What's going on, extends? It's Kenneth Thespian Boxing from Request Subscribe. Let's speak boxing. Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, Mark Breland. I know this has been going back and forth. A lot of conspiracy, a lot of conversations. I've been in the cut, quiet, observing, because I know there's a lot of stuff that just needs to unravel and just come out before I can make an assumption or even state, speak my opinion. You know what I'm saying? It's like a trial and shit like that. But I don't put it past anyone. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of, either black and white, one-sided, biased individuals that are just going clout chasing and they're picking sides without really understanding that the boxing game is fucked up. There is corruption. And if you don't think there's corruption in boxing, then you don't know too much about the history and the historicals in boxing. And you see it on a regular basis, boxers getting robbed. And it's not because the fucking judge, or that judge at the time, they had a bad angle or anything like that. No, man, they were fucking bought, man. That's just the way it goes, man. It's just the way it goes. But I think it's funny how boxers are written off. Deontay Wilder suffers that L, and then away with Bomb Squad. Nobody's saying Bomb Squad anymore. People questioning him. People saying that he can't handle the loss. He can't handle the pressure. He needs to point fingers. And I'm listening to some of these boxing channels because I'm in the YouTube boxing community. I'm with the Boxing Genius, George Chino Sanchez, Angel Chino Sanchez, Clyde, Waka said, just Steven Suave Tate. We talk boxing, dude. We talk boxing. I don't capture it on camera and things like that. And just, I'm going to pick it up little by little and stuff like that. But, and I know I've been saying that shit for a minute now, but, let's be real. It's a business that brings in millions and millions and millions of dollars. You know what I'm saying? There is going to be conspiracies. There is going to be advantages or disadvantages that no one really knows about. But I think it's sad, the whole thing with Deontay Wilder and the Mark Breland situation. Mark, at the end of the day, can point fingers, but from a business stand, from the side of things, you are a trainer. That is what you do. And when things are good, you are the face of Deontay Wilder. You did get all the credit and the glory. And he's given you the credit and the glory when things were going well, you know what I'm saying? But you having an experience, you being the trainer, you being the bigger person in the profession that you in, I think that those discussions should have been off camera, on the side. Let's have a conversation. And don't give me that shit as far as like, I couldn't reach him. He had a, do whatever it takes. You guys have history. There's historical there. There's a relationship there. There's a bond there between a boxer and a trainer. So, I think that's bullshit. I'm going to call you bluff on that one. But you got to understand, Wilder, he's very passionate. And like any other athlete, you are going to be passionate and you are going to question stuff. And I just think that, a lot of boxing channels and a lot of people are sitting there just quick to pick sides and saying, oh, this guy's full of shit. Look at analyzing the photos. You see this glove and then comparing it with other footage. You see the historicals and history. That's part of boxing. Open glove, flappy glove. That's a technique. Bro, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. You know what I'm saying? And you don't know. I don't know. Nobody knows. The only person that does know is that fighter in his camp. And even some cases, the camp don't even know, or the fighter doesn't even know. But that fighter knows, and it's between Wilder and Fury. You know what I'm saying? But Wilder, let's look at the historicals about it. Wilder's never been ashamed or has never been scared to let that go. You know what I'm saying? He's fought the boogeyman, Luis Ortiz, King Kong. Not once, he fought him twice, which is the heaviest hitter in the division in my eyes. Feared by many, ducked by many, just because there's not much a reward to fight him, to justify, like, look, there's more risk than reward. You get nowhere beating Luis Ortiz. Whereas Wilder, being the fighter that he is, loving the sport, loving the passion and stuff like that, you know what? I'm gonna fight this guy not just once, I'm gonna fight it twice. We're gonna run that shit back. Why? Because this is bigger than boxing. And I'm not trying to justify Wilder. I'm just letting you know he's not. King Kong was a threat. And then he ran it back with Fury again. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, the first fight on the scorecards, I actually have Fury up. But I am also like, that was a long count. You know what I'm saying? So you can sit there and be like, Kenny, what are you talking about? That wasn't a long. Well, whatever, dude. That shit was a long count. I don't care what you say. So just that alone, it was just like, okay, the odds are against Wilder. on that one. But on the scorecards, not to take away from Fury whatsoever. Fury's a bad motherfucker. The Gypsy King is the bad motherfucker. Gypsy King, Wilder, and Luis Ortiz are top down. Joshua needs to mix it up with them. I don't want to hear Dylan White. I don't want to hear none of that bullshit. You need to mix it up with those three, period. You know what I'm saying? No ducking, no dodging, no cherry picking or anything like that. They are the three top heavyweights out there. So they're all dangerous, you know? But I just think it's funny that he's not scared to lose his own. And I look at all this stuff and then this whole conspiracy and all this shit. But, you know, at the end of the day, who are we to sit there and justify how Deontay Wilder feels? You know what I'm saying? He knows his body. He's been hit with some crazy ass shots. He just didn't feel right. You know what I'm saying? And plus his skull was dented and shit like that. And dude, like, come on, there's something bigger than that. You know what I'm saying? And you definitely got to be naive to think different. Think about the caliber of the fight. See all the shit that's on the line. Especially, I understand we talk about welterweight. We speak about lightweight. We speak about all these different divisions, which are exciting and stuff like that. But there's nothing bigger than the heavyweight division and holding that crown. There's a lot of money to be made, especially we got Anthony Joshua on the other side to unify. You know what I'm saying? So that competitive end, I'm not taking anything from Fury, but I'm not passing it on him either, bro. You know what I'm saying? That whole shit with the gloves, bro, like, I don't care what we're trying to achieve with that technique. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck's going on? You know? If anything, let's run it back. Let's run it back. But I just think I think it's a valid point for Wilder to speak the facts, speak his mind, without us as boxing fans saying that it's a fucking excuse. It's not like it's the same thing with Victor Ortiz. Victor Ortiz got his jaw broken. Got his jaw broken by Josito Lopez. We got upset and he was like, yo, this motherfucker quit. What a bitch. Whatever the case may be. What a bitch. And I remember that whole thing and he was just like, bro, like, yo, you're not the fighter. You didn't get your shit broken. And I understand that there's other people that got, their shit broken before and they continue to fight. But that's a whole different, that's a whole different situation. Some people handle it a little bit different. Maybe it's broken a little bit less. You just never know, bro. Like, seriously. You know what I'm saying? Some people pull a hamstring and they can't walk. You know what I'm saying? I ended up pulling a hamstring and I was able to continue to jog. But that's not meaning I'm a bad motherfucker. It's just like the way I teared it and the way I pulled it was just completely different. The same thing with Berto. Berto got in a fight and he dislocated his fucking his shoulder. And he kept fighting through it. Yeah, he's tough, but yo, like, bro, like, you sacrificed your career, man. And people are quick to talk about, I understand that Victor Ortiz quit a couple times or whatever, but to this day, Victor Ortiz and Andre Berto, hands down, I would say that's one of the top 10, top 5 fights in the most entertaining fights that I've seen in a while. You know what I'm saying? That shit was an epic showdown that I can watch at least once a year. You know what I'm saying? It's just a lot of shit. The whole shit with Manny Pacquiao and his shoulder injury, getting surgery, stuff like that. He wasn't the same against Mayweather. Same thing with Lomachenko, shoulder injury. But people are sitting there, always sitting there saying that, yo, they're making an excuse. That's all bullshit. But you never know, bro. You're not the fighter, bro. You're not in the ring. But you're not ever going to be 100%. But I just think that, people pick and choose sides all the time and quick to write fighters off. What do I think as far as Deontay Wilder? I don't put it past Fury in the camp. I know there's a lot of things on the line. And everyone's always looking, as part of sports, always looking for the competitive edge. I'm not saying that Fury put shit in his gloves, but let's not act like that shit never happened, bro. Look at Margarito. And the only reason Margarito got caught is because he got caught. He got caught by Sugar Shane Mosley's camp. But now we're sitting there thinking that, yo, no wonder Cotto got fucked up, bro. Like, Cotto's face was devastated. Even Cotto, he was just like, damn, bro. Like, them punches, I've got hit before, bro. I've got hit before, but this shit is different. And it's not because Margarito is so strong, but this shit is different. I don't feel good. And they kept trying to push the distance, and he kept looking at his corner all bloody. I remember that shit, man. It was just different. You know what I'm saying? He was getting caught, but it's not the same. The shit was just different. And go figure, fast forward, he fought Sugar Shane Mosley, and the motherfucker had cement on his wraps, bro. So it's known to happen. There's known historicals where they took cushion out the gloves. It's known to happen, and knowing all these people want to be naive and make it seem like Deontay Wilder's being emotional. But Deontay Wilder's looking back, he was just like, hold up, man. I don't feel right. Like, I've been hit by Fury before. And this shit just doesn't feel right, bro. Like, this shit's like Cotto was feeling like, it's just coming in harder. It's just coming in harder. It's not like they haven't fought before. He's taken Fury's punches. And if you watch the first fight, he wasn't ever hurt. He wasn't hurt like the way he was on the second fight. And he came in shape, bro. He came in lighter. But it just feels different. Hold up, this shit doesn't feel right. Even myself, I don't feel right. So there's something there. So obviously he's going to question it. It's normal. He's going to question the water. He's going to question the team. He's going to question the gloves. And yeah, when Mark Breland sitting there and justify, look, we don't got no proof, and he's trying to be defensive, trying to defend fucking Fury and not trying to defend your fight. Obviously, you're gonna be like, yo, fuck that, dude. Like, bro, like, are you kidding me right now? Like, you know something that I don't know, bro? Like, are you involved in this thing? And that's just normal. You know what I'm saying? So all these other boxing channels sitting there talking all that shit and saying that, yo, bro, you don't know because you're not the fighter. You don't know because you're not the fighter. You can have boxing memorabilia in the background. You can have a punching bag. You can have a little fucking bell, whatever the case may be. But motherfucker, you don't get punched in the face, and you haven't did damn near any and up to the caliber. It stepped in the square circle for you to even just like to say some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, yeah, that's where I see it. I'm still sitting in the back, seeing how this all unravels and shit like that. I just think, Mark Breland should have had a conversation with them. What do I think? I think they need some time. I think Fury needs he definitely needs some separation. Wilder looks like he's healing up and stuff like that. Wilder needs to step into the ring. Just like, one or two tune-up fights. Joshua needs to step into the ring with Fury. Get that shit going. And then hopefully let's make this epic showdown. Let's get that rubber band going on. Trilogy. Anyways, guys, it's a pleasure. Kenneth SB Boxing. From request, subscribe. Have a good one.